Welcome to Airborne Flight Training. Coming up on this week's episode, USAF picks US Aviation Academy for pilot training. Team M1 advances in flight school next competition. ATC pay during shutdowns meets resistance. And I'm your host, Holland Lee. Welcome to Airborne Flight Training, a weekly program dedicated to future aviators and aviation professionals. Airborne Flight Training is brought to you in part by King Schools. King Schools has been leading the effort in producing expert aviation training programs and computer-based learning software for over 50 years. Find out why pilots love King teaching at kingschools.com. You can save 21% on all King Schools courses now through January 26th by using the code ANN at checkout. Now let's get into today's stories. USAF picks US Aviation Academy for pilot training. The Air Force announced the selection of US Aviation Academy for its early-stage pilot training program under a long-term contract valued at $835.6 million in one of the largest civilian flight training awards by the service in years. The deal runs through December 2035 and covers initial pilot training, the first phase of student pilot training. This phase is conducted in civilian aircraft at the very start of the Air Force pilot pipeline prior to military-run undergraduate and advanced training levels. In this stage, students learn basic airmanship, instrument flying, and standardized procedures before transitioning to military trainers such as the T-6 Texan II. Multiple locations are involved in the Air Force training program, including Denton and San Marcos, Texas, and Peachtree City, Georgia. Students will be instructed with Academy-provided aircraft, simulators, instructors, and course materials. The Academy supports both military and civilian programs and operates a fleet of over 200 aircraft consisting of single-engine piston aircraft, as well as multi-engine trainers and advanced sims for airline and military training. This contract represents part of a shift in how the Air Force maintains its pilot training pipeline. After the break, Joby gets first flight sim for eVTOL cadets. Welcome back. Now let's take a trip around the patch for some shorter stories. Joby gets first flight sim for eVTOL cadets. Joby Aviation announced it has received its first CAE flight simulator in preparation for pilot training cadets to fly the first generation of eVTOL aircraft. The Level 7 flight training device will be installed at the company's pilot training facility in Marina, California. The FTD is CAE's first generation of the 3000 series, a fixed-base training device that's expected to be qualified by the FAA as a Level 7 flight training device. Joby is anticipating the arrival later this year of a second device, a full-motion simulator that will be a Level C full-flight sim. F-35 pilots sharpen tactics with CCA in sims. The Naval Air Warfare Aircraft Division recently conducted a tactical demonstration of F-35 Lightning II integration with the Navy's CCA, Collaborative Combat Aircraft, at its joint simulation environment at Patuxent River, Maryland. The event showed how advanced modeling and simulation can develop tactics and strategies for fifth-generation aircraft, like the F-35 operating alongside uncrewed combat systems. In the demonstrations, the F-35 pilots used touchscreen tablets to control multiple CCA during simulated sorties. 4 pursuing aviation careers win scholarships. 4 students have won a total of $5,500 in scholarships from AvFuel Corporation to help them pursue their careers and advancement in aviation. 1 scholarship recipient in the company's loyalty program, and 3 pilot and training scholarship recipients were selected from the 2025 applicant pool. The 4 winners are Amber Milka, Andrea Ritter, Cooper Donahue, and Jacob Gentile. Milka from Rockford, Michigan won a $2,000 scholarship. Sun Country pilots respond to merger with Allegiant. Sun Country Airlines pilots, represented by ALPA, responded to the news of the proposed merger between Sun Country and Allegiant Air. Captain Sam Larson, chair of the Sun Country Master Executive Council, issued the following statement. Quote, ALPA has 90 years of experience negotiating mergers, large and small, between ALPA carriers and ALPA to non-ALPA carriers such as Allegiant. We will be reaching out to IBT leadership to begin collaborative efforts toward a fair and equitable integration of the pilot seniority lists. In addition, we will jointly develop a comprehensive collective bargaining agreement that reflects the best interest of both groups. End quote. That's it for today's trip around the patch. Let's get back to the rest of the news. Team M1 advances in Flight School Next competition. M1 Support Services announced it has been chosen to advance to Phase 2 of the U.S. Army's Flight School Next competition. The Army wants a contractor-owned, contractor-operated, single-provider solution for its Initial Entry Rotary Wing student pilots. George Crevo, chairman and CEO of M1, said, quote, M1 submitted 2 different proposals, both of which were advanced to Phase 2. We started developing our approach nearly 2 years ago, and that early start allowed us time to develop a comprehensive solution optimized to best meet Army objectives, end quote. Currently, Team M1 provides flight training and simulation along with organizational, intermediate, and depot-level maintenance for over 500 Army and Air Force AH-64 Apache, UH-60 Blackhawk, CH-47 Chinook, UH-72 Lakota, and TH-1 Iroquois or Huey rotary wing aircraft distributed across 5 main airfields. Combined, the helicopters fly up to 400 sorties per day and accumulate over 240,000 flight hours per year. In support of that scale of flight activity, M1 runs a 3-shift, 24/7, 365 operation staff of more than 3,000 maintenance, aircrew, and support personnel. After these messages, air traffic controller pay during shutdowns meets resistance.
Direct Fly USA proudly introduces the new Alto NG, a single-engine, 2-seat light sport aircraft for the North American market. This simple, all-metal aircraft design provides low maintenance cost, easy, comfortable access, and responsive flight controls. Equipped with the Rotax 912 engine and a ballistic parachute, the Alto NG is reliable and safe. Learn more about the Alto NG at directflyusa.com.
For over 30 years, the massive Sport Plane Resource Guide has provided expert, credible information, evaluations, and critical analysis of all that the sport aviation world has to offer. The all-new digital Sport Plane Resource Guide is coming with extensive multimedia features that are constantly updated, an even more comprehensive online guide to all things sport aviation. Available soon. www.sportplane.com.
Welcome back. ATC pay during shutdowns meets resistance. The bill to pay air traffic controllers in the event of future government shutdowns appears to be in trouble in the House. Prospects appear to be worsening for House transportation leaders' efforts to pay ATC during future government shutdowns. Though a bipartisan bill to do so, H.R. 6086-119, advanced out of the House Transportation Committee last month, it seems the legislation might need a lifeline from the GOP's House leadership, according to Politico. Lawmakers critical of the bill to pay controllers say it could reduce lawmakers' leverage in future government shutdowns. Steve Womack, a Republican of Arkansas, who chairs the House Appropriations Committee Transportation Panel, said, quote, "There are things that we do up here that sound really, really good and really noble. And when put into effect, you begin to see the challenges you created for yourself unnecessarily," end quote. He said passing the bill could reduce parties' leverage in shutdowns. House Appropriations Chair Tom Cole, Republican of Oklahoma, who has said the concept of paying controllers amid funding lapses was, quote, "a good one," says, quote, he's not ready to talk about it in any definitive way and is largely focused on the annual appropriations process at the moment. And that's our show for today. You can catch episodes of Airborne on YouTube, Roku, or Fire TV. Just search for Aero-News or Airborne. And don't forget to follow us on social media. Thanks for watching.